Hello and welcome to this tutorial of how Elephant Money Futures works. So if you're on elephant.money, you could either come down to the bottom left where it says Futures or up to the top right and find it within the menu right here. You'll be taken to the landing page right here where you can see some of the stats over on the right side, including the contract itself, as well as the MythX security audit, which if you click those buttons, it'll take you to those respective pages. So what is Elephant Money Futures? It's a high yield cash flow engine that earns 0.5% daily on cash. You can deposit a minimum of 200 BUSD and immediately start earning yield insured by the Elephant Treasury. From there, you can use many strategies to grow a nest egg, smooth out your cash flow, or simply grow profits before entering Elephant or the farms. So this contract does not use Elephant token or trunk token, but rather BUSD in and out. And if you don't have BUSD, you can always come over to an exchange like Bogged Finance or Pancake Swap and exchange any of your BSC BEP20 tokens over for BUSD, which remember is a minimum of 200 for the deposit. So when you're first here, you want to find the Your Future button. And when you click it, you'll have to approve your BUSD for the very first time you come to this platform. After the approval is complete, when you come back to the Your Future button, now you'll be able to see where you can deposit, claim your rewards, or revoke the BUSD contract you just approved. In this case though, we're gonna go ahead and deposit, and I will just go ahead and type in 202 BUSD and hit deposit. Once deposited, you should see the stats on the page update, which right there, you'll see my total value just grew to 202 BUSD, of which I will earn 0.5% a day. Now, if you want to learn more stats, you can come over to the question mark right here and you can see a bullet list of everything that this contract offers, which we already know, 0.5% daily. It's an immutable contract and yield generation 100% on chain. It's scalable and always open for business. Core yield generation is provided by the unstoppable and proven Elephant Treasury buyback program. You can deposit BUSD and earn BUSD rewards paid out at 0.5% daily of your remaining balance. So this is important. So as you're building rewards here, in 100 days, you have 100 BUSD right here, and you come to Your Futures. If you were to hit claim, and you took out your 100 BUSD, just know that that 100 BUSD will come out of your balance. However, your balance will now read 102 BUSD, of which you'll earn 0.5% on that remaining amount. You'll see that there is a way to auto compound in your rewards every time you make a fresh deposit into the system and grow this like the savings account it should be treated as. You can see auto compound rewards on every deposit. You can claim at any time down to the second. There are no fees or taxes of any kind. The yield that is eventually owed to you is paid by the growing Elephant Treasury, which is designed to exponentially rise over any of the liabilities in the system. As you choose your frequency of how often you want to put in 200 BUSD, you can ultimately grow your balance to 1 million BUSD. Of all the users that are depositing into the futures, 90% of those funds are sent to the BUSD Treasury for use by the governance contracts, which buys Elephant token with that BUSD and then puts it into the Elephant Treasury, aka Bertha. And the other 10% of the funds are held in a BUSD buffer pool for immediate yield repayment. If you happen to have a downline in your herd, anytime that they claim or compound, a 1% referral reward is generated and paid out to you in your Stampede airdrop section. And as your account grows, there's adaptive rate limiting once you've compounded over 50,000 BUSD yield versus your deposits. Meaning, if you compound way more than you deposit fresh into the system, that spread will land you in different limiter brackets ranging from 10% all the way up to 50%. A quick look at what the current limiters are set at. Anything compounded below 50,000 BUSD, there is no limiter set. But as you compound between 50,000 to 250,000, you will have a 10% limiter set on your daily reward growth, which you already know that you're earning 0.5% daily. However, if 10% is coming off of that, instead of 0.5%, you'll be earning 0.4 0.45% on a daily basis for your rewards. And as that spread between the compound and deposit grows, you can see in the rest of the table how the limiter grows all the way up to 50% here. So that's if you compounded your account to 1 million BUSD, and as you're working towards your way to your 2.5 million BUSD payout, you will have a limiter of 50%. So instead of 0.5%, you're going to be earning 0.25% on a daily basis for your rewards. Coming back over here, the last bullet point just reiterates your 200 BUSD deposit minimum with a 1 million BUSD max balance and a 2.5 million BUSD max payout, in addition to a 50,000 BUSD max daily claim. So for example, if you compounded your way all the way up to a balance of 1 million BUSD, you will fall into the limiter bracket of 50% and earn 0.25% a day. So this is 2,500 BUSD per day. And as we just read, there is a 50,000 max reward limit that you can build up to. So if you were to wait 20 days at $2,500 a day, you'll hit 50,000 reward, at which point you can claim. And as we discussed, whenever you claim, it drops your max balance. So the 50,000 that you pull out as a reward would come out of your 1 million balance, and you will then earn 0.25% a day of the remaining balance of 950,000. At which point the days back to another 50K reward would be 21.1 days because of the daily rate based on the new balance. But when you have another 50K rewards, you can just deposit $200 as a fresh injection, and it will compound the 50,000 back on top of your 950 to put you back at a max balance of 1 million. You can then technically rinse and repeat that cycle of 41 days and pull out an annual amount of BUSD in the neighborhood of $444,000 until you ultimately pull out 2.5 million claimed on your BUSD payout. So hopefully this example makes sense. There are obviously several different ways that you can go about growing your account. You don't have to cap out at 1 million if you don't want to. You can just deposit as often as you'd like until maybe you hit $500,000 or $200,000, and then find a claim and compound cycle that works for your needs however you see fit. What you don't want to do is just throw in 200 BUSD, wait 200 days, and then just claim out 200 BUSD, because otherwise you just loaned your money to the system. You always want to find a schedule that works for you, whether you're adding $200 per week or per month or every 2 months. If you were to do a $200 injection weekly versus monthly, this is what your balance would become after this amount of time. And just as a for instance on, let's say, the weekly injection, to grow your account to $1 million, there's 52 weeks in a year times $200 a week times the 3 years that you put in. You would have only put in $31,200 more or less to have auto compounded your way up to $1 million balance. Whereas on the monthly side, 12 months times 3 years plus 7 months right there, that times $200 is only $8,600 that you spent in 3.5 years to auto compound your way up to $1 million. So the trade-off for this is time. The more capital you inject up front and more frequently, the faster you'll actually grow your balance up to those levels, and you'll be able to follow a model similar to this. What makes this system sustainable is the fact that the daily liabilities are far outpaced by the growth of the Elephant Treasury. So remember, 90% of all the funds come to the BUSD Treasury, and then at a rate currently of 50% a day, this BUSD Treasury buys Elephant token and puts it into the Elephant Treasury. And as the Elephant Treasury grows in both size and value, the exponential growth of the Elephant Treasury will always be able to pay off the liabilities of the system multiple times over. And then as we saw, 10% of the incoming money coming into futures goes into this BUSD buffer pool, which will handle any of the immediate claims from any user. And if for whatever reason this was depleted, then the Elephant Treasury at that point would sell off some of the Elephant token for BUSD and then recharge the buffer pool. So that's it as far as this video goes. Hopefully you found this helpful, and if so, then please hit that like button and share this with your friends to teach them about Elephant Money futures.